Hello, everybody, and welcome to our January installment of the Coaching Seat TV with Toyinda LaShea, where we're all about sitting in our seat of authority so that kingdom citizens can be infused with the power to dominate confidence, unleash potential, and leave a legacy. Now, these things are accomplished by extracting limiting beliefs, distractions, and interferences. I am Toyinda LaShea, a prophetess, a best-selling author, business consultant, master coach, public speaker mentor, and a threat to hell's kingdom. In this installment, we have enrichment coach Char-Michelle McDowell, and she is joining us out of Bloomington, Illinois. Char was one of the first champion influence coaches to go through the program, and I'm so proud to say that she is indeed my mentee. Char is a licensed minister. Listen, Char knows that Bible. She has two businesses. The first business is called the Bragg Collection, and Bragg stands for Boast Radically About God. She also serves as the founder and CEO of the Well Consulting Firm. And in her firm, she helps organizations to problem solve and become more efficient in their businesses. Her company also provides personal and professional development under her program called Leader Prince. She holds a master's degree in organizational leadership and developmental consulting, and Char is a very new author. She just launched her book this month. It is called Just Be It, and it is a guide to finding your fit and living with bold intent. Char-Michelle McDowell,
Yes.
welcome to the coaching seat.
Thank you, Miss Toyinda. I am so excited to be here with you on today, and just Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I am excited to be in the land of the living.
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
excited.
Thank
I'm
you so
excited.
much for inviting me. It's been a while. We've been talking about it, and guess what? I'm
You
here.
are here.
I'm
You
so
are
excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to go on and get started. I want people, our audience, our viewers to understand who you are and how you're making impact. So let's start with who is Char-Michelle McDowell?
Listen, although I'm a native, or I'm from Bloomington, Illinois, but I'm a native of Chicago. Always have to represent
Yes.
Chicago, Illinois. But I am really a daughter of God, at the heart of who I am. I'm an author. I'm super excited about my new book, Just Be It, and I know we'll get into that a little later.
Yes.
I'm an enrichment coach where I really like to help individuals develop personally, so whether that's spiritually, professionally, and just helping them reach their goals. And through your program, the Champion Influence program, it really helped me to navigate them from here to there.
Yes.
I'm also a licensed minister.
Yes, and Char knows that Bible. Go ahead.
I'm also a licensed minister, and I got my degree in organizational leadership and development consulting. And so I really love to go into organizations and work with their leadership teams, their senior leadership, and really do some strategy around how can you improve your processes and to make them more efficient. I really love to also teach about leadership styles.
Yeah.
So I don't want to dive too deep, but
It's good.
just being able to consult and go into those spaces to help make things better and improve. That's really what enrichment means. It means to enhance upon, to improve a thing. And so at my core, that's really my purpose, to encourage, to empower, and to enrich the lives of individuals.
Absolutely, you are fully walking in that authority in that space. It comes very natural to you. So some of the things that are very natural to us, we know that's one of the purpose clues, right? We know that's what the Lord put in us, and over time we're able to carry it out. I love it.
Absolutely. I love how you say this purpose clues. The great T.D. Jakes, was preaching one day, and I heard him say, sometimes life leaves clues.
Wow.
Life leaves clues. And so oftentimes we're, searching on the external for purpose when really it's on the inside of us, through prayer and just finding out, what are people asking you to do? What are people putting before you to say, hey, I need your help with this. These are clues that say, hey, this could be my purpose.
Absolutely. I love it, Char. So what made you participate in the coaching program?
My goodness. So you heard me talk about getting a master's degree, and the Lord had been dealing with me about consulting. And so when I met you and, you were sharing with me everything that you were progressing to do, I just began to pray. And I said, well, Lord, I know that you called me to be a consultant. I never saw myself as a coach, but listening to you on one of your Facebook Lives, you were sharing what coaching is and what coaching is not. And one of the things that you also shared in that Facebook Live is that coaching is also a communication style.
Absolutely.
I will never forget that. And that resonated with me. I was like, oh. So, and it put a different spin on it for me. And so I just began to pray. He said, I want you to do the program. I want you to do and I'm so grateful that I did, because now I'm able to understand that difference between consulting and even mentoring and coaching. Yeah. And so it really put it gave me another edge. It gave me another advantage point as to how to deal with clients. So even though I may be consulting and helping to improve a process while I'm in that project, because I'm really looking at their pain points, right? And so in that initial assessment, I can kind of ask those coaching questions. Yes. What are those pain points? What are you currently doing? What is the impact? What do you foresee yourself or this organization, if you were to do this, what would be the impact of that? And that kind of gives me the clues as to how I can strategize, how I can plan so that your business or your event can be successful and can run efficiently.
Right. I love that. What are some of the results that you have gained from going into organizations, bringing coaching as a communication style, coaching as an equipping and an intervention tool? What type of results have you gained?
Yeah, so my baby just leaped. And so I often tell, especially working with leaders, right? I was working with a church where they often have conferences, and I went in and their team were just stressed. They were frustrated. Things were being done at the last minute. And so we want to alleviate those things, because that's not a part of efficiency, right? And so one thing that I like to do is start with the leader. I like to start with the leader. I like to go in and ask questions, how did you present yourself? How did you communicate with your teams? Also, you asked me about the result. The result of it was they were less stressed. By the time I completed a strategy for them, they were less stressed. Things ran more smoothly. The communication was better. Between the team and the leader. I'm huge on leadership communicating well with their team. A lot of times balls get dropped in the midst of doing events, and I thought you had it. Well, who communicated it? Who set the agenda? Who made the list to say who's going to take care of what? And so being able to have those dialogues, and not just the leader being able to say, here's how I function, but you also need to listen to your leadership team who's working with you and really for you to push that vision, to understand how they function and operate too, so that you guys can be cohesive and work together to bring the vision to pass.
Right, because leaders gain results through the people they lead.
Come on.
So it doesn't matter that I like things a certain way. I need to be able to be flexible. I need to be adaptable, and I need to be very understanding. Wait, I need to know those that labor among
Come on, yes.
Right?
Yes.
I need to understand what makes this individual tick, what ticks them off. I need to be able to speak in the language of the listener. Listen in the language of the speaker
Yes.
so that we can get these results.
Yes.
I love that,
Yes.
Char.
When you talked about just this, who are those that labor among you? What I end up hearing was diversity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Jesus had a diverse team.
Teach, Char. Char, know that Bible.
He
Come on
had
through.
a diverse team. He had a tax collectors. He had, fishermen on the team. He had a diverse team, and we need to learn how to embrace and accept each other's uniqueness.
Uniqueness, I
right?
love that. I love
I have a friend who she loves to socialize, but she also likes to handle business, and so she needs a little bit mixture of both. And so when she looks at her clock and says, okay, are we done with this? She's not trying to be rude, but because of her style, she wants to make sure that the vision is done, and then we can play and talk later. But if the leader is not aware of that, then you can think that she's maybe trying to take over or she's trying to shut things down, but that's really not her heart. But until you have that one-on-one conversation and get to understand who's laboring amongst you, you understand, okay, let's get back to business.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk later. We'll socialize later. So it's very important.
Listen, my chest is pumped out a little bit. This is my mentee. This is my mentee. I'm excited, Char. What's interesting about our relationship, this mentor-mentee relationship, is that we both learn from each other. We both guide each other because, as I said, Char is a Bible scholar. And so sometimes I'll call Char and say, Char. And she's like, no, you got to go back. You need to go back in the history and find out the context. I said, okay, Char. So I just appreciate you for that. And I'm excited about even myself because sometimes in a mentoring mentee relationship, we think that the mentor needs to be the person in power or the person always leading the way. And that's not an effective mentor-mentee relationship.
Yeah. I always say, and me being a mentor myself, the mentor learns just as much. Come on. As the mentee, because the mentor is often being stretched.
Yes.
And so we have to change the mindset of what that dynamic looks like, because it can be reciprocal at a certain point as your mentee is growing, and you see some things and they see some things in themselves because you poured into them, because God has downloaded some things and poured into them, affirmed them, where they're now like, I'm ready to walk in my purpose. Now they have the overflow that they can give out to you as the mentee and as the leader.
I love that. And I'm so excited because the work that you're doing in the social media space, like every Wednesday you go live and you have a serious topic. Char, you are teaching. You are walking with some of the best people who have been doing this type of work, this enrichment type of work. I mean, the work that you're doing is excellent, and I am excited. Listen, when we come back next week, I really want to get into the book. And so we'll talk a little bit about the book. My name is Toyinda LaShea, and you've been watching the Coaching Seat TV. Listen, if this broadcast is blessing you in any way, I want you to sow a seed. You can do that by going to my Cash App at $Toyinda Smith, and we will see you next week. Hi, everybody. I am Toyinda LaShea, and I'm so excited to share with you 4 services that I provide. The first service is the International Champion Influence Coach Certification Program, where we certify professionals so that they can strategically help others and enter the coaching industry with confidently. The second service is the Champion Influence Coaching and Leadership Curriculum. This is a curriculum that allows individuals to grow and expand their leadership skills. The third service that we provide is the Champion Influence Create Champion Conversations public speaking course. It's a 5-week online public speaking course that helps individuals to become confident and engaging public speakers. And the last service that we provide is the Coaching Seat Continuing Education Platform membership. This is a membership site that allows fresh and new coaches to strengthen their coaching posture and walk in confidence in the coaching industry.